yourself for the things you'll see, from comic books to toys and more, and all cartoons that we adore. Pop culture, flicks and geeky stuff, we love it all and can't get enough. So settle in and enjoy the show. Please hit like and subscribe before you go.
How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your ginger Geordie geek. Welcome back to the channel for another one of my solo live shows. A little while since I've done one, so I thought I would just do a quick one today, go over some comic books that I've been reading, some pickups and all that jazz. I hope everybody is well. So, like I say today, guys, just got a bit of stuff to talk about, got some comic book reviews. I've decided not to do everything that I've been reading because it's ridiculous. I'm reading far too much at the moment. So I'm trying to, each time we do one of these shows, pick a few things that are different, some first issues, that kind of stuff. So we'll go into that in a little bit. I've got a little bit of channel news later on for you as well, and just the usual shenanigans. So let's crack straight on, see who we've got in the chat. We've got Efren making me wake up early. How dare you? I hope you're well, Efren. Hope you're well, bud. We've got Kel. Nice to see you. Ooh, this is displaying it on screen differently. I like this. Little kind of blue circles and stuff. Don't know if I've done that or if it's just StreamYard. Anyway, nice to see you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Wayne of the Deacon. Passpoint Comics is grouchy in the mornings. He's not. He's always in good spirits. Is good old Efren. We've got Terry. Looks like Tuesday's panel breakers will be your 1,500th video. Shit the bed. Is that right, Terry? Where'd you see that? I'll have to have a look at that. Wow, that's a lot of shit you people have been watching. It's a lot of videos. So wow, 1,500 videos. I've been cracking them out, haven't I? Quick Peter, add one more video to That's naughty, Wayne. That is naughty. We've got Anton. Hey, nice to see you, pal. 83 BD, nice to see you, bud. I hope you're doing well. Got Fuzzy of the Dunlop. Can't stay, we'll try and watch later. Hope everyone is well. Not a problem with Fuzzy. Catch you in a bit, pal. We've got Sorrel. Nice to see you, Sorrel. Gonna try and rattle through this. I think are you live later on today, Sorrel? Not sure what time you said you were going live, so I'll try and rattle through it in time for you to go live, bud. We've got Ash. Nice to see you, Ash. Hope you're doing well. And we've got Phil. Phil was on Highland G's channel on Saturday with the Comic Airwave guys. Haven't had a chance to watch that yet, Phil, but I hope you had a good time, bud. Joshy, nice to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Anton, is that an English expression, shift to bed? Because I can't use it even though... Shit the bed, because I can't use it even though I'm American. I say shit the bed quite a lot, Anton. Yeah. You could do, don't worry, if I go live, it'll be 8 o'clock. Okie dokie, no problem. I thought you were going live later on. Me and James are going live at 9 tonight because James is desperate to squeeze in a horror show, but we'll talk about that in a little while. No idea why my name has changed for the original Big Dave. Oh, it's Dave. Okay, through us there, Dave. Hope you're well. I know you're well because we're out on Friday night. Nice meal, that. But yeah, very cool. Okay, guys, right, we're going to start off, like I say, lots to get through today. Going to start off with a little bit of shelf life. So the stuff that is on my shelf at the moment that I have not read yet. So as I've talked to you before, you know, I've got an absolute ton of bloody books that I've not read. So I'm working my way through, but I thought I'd show some of them off. So this one, I know Efren's a fan of these. Those of you that like a bit of horror, this is DC versus Vampires by James Tynion. This is volume 2. I read volume 1, excuse me, read volume 1 a little while ago and absolutely loved it. Really gruesome. So I got quite into this. This must be a couple of years old now, and it's sat on the shelf and I've just not picked it up. The artwork is absolutely stunning. It's a real gruesome story. There's been a couple of big characters knocked off already. Some of the covers, the variant covers are absolutely brilliant. So yeah, been really enjoying that. So that's DC versus Vampires. And sticking in the same theme, I've got two of these. This is DC versus Vampires All Out War. This is about the Suicide Squad, and it's got some kind of smaller standalone tales. Again, really nice artwork. Really cool looking Batwoman story there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into all these. Anybody read those? Anybody read those? I know Efren was reading the main title a little while ago. We've got volume 2 of that as well. Quite liking Deathstroke with the kryptonite sword there to take on the vampire Superman. Yeah, let us know. Anybody read these guys? Because I'm not sure if... I'm not sure how popular it was. I know the main title was very popular, but I don't know about this secondary story. Quite surprised. I didn't realise it was all in kind of black and white and red. Quite like that. Quite like that. But yeah, and there's some proper artwork there. So yeah, cool little book. If you like your horror stuff, that's a one worth picking up and reading. Now this one I've never read at all, so I'm interested. Oh God. I'm interested if any of you have actually read this. So this is by Mark Waid, and this is the Irredeemable Omnibus. I know very little about this other than people telling us that it's a really, really great storyline. Mark Waid never goes wrong, have to be honest. And yeah, it looks interesting. When the Plutonian, the world's greatest superhero, snaps and turns into the world's greatest villain, only his former teammates have a chance to stop his rampage. But while on the run from the world's most powerful and angry being, will these former teammates discover his secrets in time? So, it's a Superman gone nuts story, basically, isn't it? Superman gone nuts. So yeah, it's a chunky monkey, much like myself. It's a chunky monkey, so it is going to take a little bit of time to read, but it is the complete tale, I believe. It collects Irredeemable 1 to 37, Irredeemable Special Issue 1, and Incorruptible 25 and 26. So yeah, never read it, heard good things about it. I'm all for a Superman goes mad kind of story. I like those kind of tales. So yeah, let us know if you've read that one, guys. That's Irredeemable Omnibus by good old Mark Waid. Let's see what the chat are saying. Anton, it's shit the bed. Yeah, it's a very common expression in the Northeast. I don't know if it's a one around the UK, but certainly it's one that I use a lot. Peter's planning this stream to be 5 hours, funnily enough. 5 hours. I certainly am, Phil. Certainly am. That's a short stream for me. David's because your name's come up as A83BD and it's got a Funko Pop. So I just didn't put the 2 and 2 together for you, pal. That's it. I don't know why it's done that. Yeah, we were out on Friday. We had a very nice night. It was good fun. Anton, okay, we'll see. I just can't do it in front of Mum. She gets upset. We do apologise, Mrs. Masso Put, for the bad language. Do apologise. Yeah, you didn't sing us happy birthday. I was in a huff. Read them all. Awesome storylines. The vampires one. I thought you were reading it, Efren. Thought you were reading it. Andrew, you'll not go shopping during another stream. Come on, Andrew. You know you like us to tice you with some books and things like that. So worth picking up those vampire ones if you like your horror stuff. Like you, I'm a whole bunch of comics that I haven't read yet, but I'm going to have to try do it from a podcast as well. Anton, I'm going to do a little room tour thing in a few weeks' time once I've got my room set up. I've literally got, maybe 50 to 100 books here that I've had for years, and I've just never had a chance to read yet. There's just not enough time in the day, is there? There's just not enough time in the day. I've read all the first lot of DC Vampires, but didn't bother with the last lot. Yeah, I'm well behind, Terry. Well behind. Not heard of Irredeemable, but it sounds interesting. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Superman gone crazy kind of tale, Anton. Some of my favourite stories are that kind of stuff. Speaking of stories, ladies and gents, let's talk about some of the comics that have been out over the last couple of weeks, shall we? And we're going to start off with this. So, let's begin with Batman Deadpool. This is the DC version of this multi-company crossover event with the main title written by Grant Morrison. So you've got a main story by Grant, which is Batman and Deadpool. You've then got a number of subsequent tales, which is Johnny Constantine meeting up with Doctor Strange. You've got Nightwing and Wolverine, Laura Kinsey, and a few others. Crap. Just crap. That's a lie. Be positive, Peter. Be positive. Some of the standalone tales are okay. I particularly enjoyed the Nightwing and Wolverine one. I thought that was really well done. I liked the way they kind of incorporated the fact that these two characters are under the shadow of mentors, kind of, big characters. I thought that was really, really nice. The John Constantine Doctor Strange one was okay. The Hulk Harley Quinn one, not a bloody clue what all that was about. Didn't like that at all. Didn't like the writing style. It just didn't out for us. But the main tale. So that's what we came here to read, wasn't it? Batman versus Deadpool by Grant Morrison. Now, I have a love-hate kind of a relationship with Grant Morrison. Some of his work I think is absolutely stellar. Some of his work I just cannot get my head around. He's either too clever for me, or more often than not, I think Grant writes under the influence of substances, and I just don't get it. He's too kind of off the planet for us. That's exactly what I got with this Batman Deadpool tale. It made no bloody sense to us at all. Things jumped around left, right and centre. The dialogue felt awful. The entire premise of the story was that two cosmic entities in the Marvel Universe and the DC Universe basically get it on. Giggity, giggity. And because of that, the universes collide. You get basically Batman and Deadpool trying to fight Cassandra Nova to get this MacGuffin item, which is a cosmic typewriter, which is being controlled by what I'm assuming is Grant Morrison. And basically whatever he writes in the cosmic typewriter can rewrite universes and history. You do get a brief kind of couple of splash pages where Batman turns into Darklaw, which is a combination of Batman and Wolverine, which I quite liked. But overall, I'm sad to say the story did absolutely nout for us. And I think this is really worrying because this is the second of these big crossover events. We've not had a Marvel DC crossover book in a long, long time. And both books have left me flat. Maybe I'm just being miserable. Let us know what you guys think in the comments, please. I think this is pretty tragic that we've waited this long for a huge company crossover, and this is what we're getting out of it. Rather disappointing, to say the least. Not particularly excited about what comes next because of this, I'm afraid to say. It's not floated me boat, but please let us know what you guys think. Just seeing what the chat is saying. Pretty sure I've got more unread stuff than I've read at this point. I do not need to go buying more. Certainly you do. Certainly you do. Did you read Redcoat? Andrew, let us know. Nice to see you, Canadian survivors. Hope you're well. Anton, are you excited about Dark when teaming up with the Gargoyles? Then you should be really interested because Morgan is under the influence of a demon. Okay, interesting. I see Morgan Le Fay was in that recent Marvel crossover event as well, Anton, the 17 whatever it was. Naff. I think I'll be buying the two Superman Spidey reprints and forget anything new. Yeah, I think I might be the same, Terry. I think I might be the same. Neither of these books have floated me boat, and this is a pricey book. This is not a cheap book. I think the standard edition of this, how much should I pay for it? I think the standard comic was $7.95 or something. So yeah, it's not a cheap book, I'm afraid. Next, we've got this One World Under Doom issue 9. This is the final part in the One World Under Doom multi-issue crossover event that's been going on for months and months and months. Now, I have to say, full disclaimer, I haven't read every single part of this, and I've certainly not read all of the side events and the different books attached to it. I have read a couple, Red Hulk being one of them, which I really enjoyed. I read last issue of this, and I've read this issue, obviously, just to see how things wrap up. Yeah, interesting. So last issue, they made a huge point of spelling out for it that Doom's next spell couldn't be undone. Nothing could ever undo it. It was a fixed time event. And basically there was nothing in the world or the planets that could change that. And he goes and accidentally bumps off Valerie, his goddaughter. And it's left with, shit. Nothing can change that, so Valerie is now dead. Well, within 2 pages of this issue, guess what? We've changed it, and she's back alive. So I was a little bit irritated by that. Basically, the entire crux of this is Doom sacrifices everything, his power, his life, everything he's gained over the last couple of years to resurrect Valerie, basically. Which is a nice touch. It's a redeeming arc for Doom, I guess. By the end of the issue, I should have probably said spoilers. By the end of the issue, because he sacrificed himself for Valerie, he dies. He disappears. But we know he's not dead and he's coming back because we've got Doomsday coming out and all the rest of it. But he does disappear. And he leaves Reed Richards the sole kind of executive of his last will and testament, which is going to spill out into the next couple of series, I guess. I find it hard to judge this one because I don't want to be unfair because, like I say, I haven't read the entire series. What I would say is the last 2 issues I did read were entertaining. I'll pick this up in trade paperback and I will give it a go, I think. I will give it a go. But yeah, it was all right. It was all right. Next, we've got Predator Badlands. Now, this is a prequel to the Predator Badlands movie. Let us know in the comments, guys, if you've seen the Badlands movie. I really enjoyed it. This is set before that with the young Predator in a mission to basically try and get his father's favour. He goes to an alien planet, to a downed spacecraft, and he's got to try and save the power core and bring it back to his dad. It's very by the numbers. Its artwork's not bad. I didn't mind it. It's Predator fighting alien monsters and bugs and creatures like that. I didn't mind this. I didn't mind this at all. It doesn't need to be read to give you anything to watch the movie. It's literally just a standalone tale, really. But it is worth a read if you get the opportunity. I quite enjoyed it. I wouldn't rush out to buy this one, but if you get the chance, give it a flick through. Next, keeping with Predator, we've got Predator Kills the Marvel Universe. This is part 4 of this event book. I've been really enjoying this. It's interesting seeing how the Predators are dispatching with some of the Marvel heavy hitters. In this issue, Thor is killed. So basically, they shoot him with a gravity bullet, which sinks him to the center of the earth, and he presumably dies in the molten lava. I'm not sure that would work. Can't Thor fly through suns and things like that? Anyway, by the by. So yeah, Thor gets bumped off, and a couple of other heroes bite the bullet, but we're starting to see the resistance now. We've got this Weapon X Predator kind of hybrid thing, which is going out to hunt people down, which is quite interesting. I liked that element. This has been a decent little series. Great artwork. I'm enjoying the art style of it, and the storytelling isn't bad at all. Let's just jump to the chat, see what people are saying. Red Coat is top of my pile after I finished painting the bathroom this afternoon. Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. I can't even remember which Batman Deadpool cover I ordered. My comics is always 2 weeks behind. There's hundreds of them, mate. It's obscene amount of covers. Obscene amount. Anton, I meant Darkwing Duck and his girlfriend. Oh, right. Oh, I didn't realise that. Didn't realise that. Oh, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Moving on, we've got Exquisite Corpses, issue number 7. This is by James Tynion. I've been enjoying this, but there is no doubt that it's starting to kind of run its course a little bit. It feels a little bit drawn out, but I am still enjoying it. I have to say, I am still enjoying it. The artwork is pretty good. It is variable at times in terms of stuff happens, and I'm not quite sure what's happened to make it go on like that. But overall, this is an interesting little series. Absolutely would love to see this as a TV series. It lends itself to a weekly TV show, I think. I'm interested in the characters. Quite keen to see who got killed in this issue because it's left a little bit ambiguous. Overall, decent little series. Well worth reading if you get the opportunity. We've then got He-Man, Masters of the Universe, The Sword of Flaws. This is by Tim Seeley. The artwork I quite enjoy. I'm hankering for a decent He-Man tale. We've got a new He-Man series launching shortly, so I'm hoping that that's going to be very, very good. But this one's not been too bad. In essence, a new power sword has emerged from Eternia, and everybody's clamouring to try and get it. When the heroes and the villains go seeking the sword, it awakens some of the old gods from Preternia, I think, and have a bit of a battle with them. Yeah, not bad. There's a bit of a weird bit with Skeletor and Eva Lynn, which is vaguely sexual, which kind of threw us a little bit. But yeah, overall, decent little book, well worth picking up. We've then got this one by Rodney Barnes. This is by Oni Press. This is Crownsville. I was hoping to read this a little while ago, but it's taken a few weeks to come out, a bit delayed, I think. This is an interesting story. Excuse me. This is following a couple of different individuals, a guy who's just got a job as a security guard in this dilapidated, kind of closed down hospital, a reporter on the beat, and also a police detective. And all three of the tales are kind of intermingling. And basically it's about this hospital which has been experimenting on black children. And you don't really know what's going on in the first issue. It's quite unclear. But basically the ghosts of these children who've been experimented on are starting to haunt the building, and are starting to kind of make themselves known. First issue was really interesting. I did enjoy it a lot. I love Rodney's work. Artwork in this is spot on. I mean, some of the imagery there is really, really creepy. So I'll definitely be reading on with this one. Again, it's a good little book if you can pick it up. We've then got Transformers 26, really issue 2 in the new Robert Kirkman era with Dan Mora on artwork. This is just beautiful to look at. The art style is stunning. The colour work is amazing. And I'm enjoying the tale. I kind of lost my way a little bit with Transformers, but I'm back in. I've picked up a bit of enthusiasm for it. This story basically tells the tale of how one of the aircraft-based, I think it's Thundercracker, aircraft-based Transformers has been incorporated in Teltron 1, and they're trying to separate him to save his life. Great artwork, interesting story, worth reading at the moment. I'll continue to read until I get bored with it, basically. We've got a relaunch of Nova. This is Nova Centurion, issue number 1, spilling out of the recent Cosmic multi-book event. This picks up the tale with Richard Rider back in the Nova helm. And it's kind of, I feel like this has jumped back 10 years to an older Nova series that I remembered and really enjoyed, where Nova has basically got all of the Nova Corps and the World Mind in his helmet. So he's the sole Nova, with all of the embodiment of all of the Nova Force and all of the Nova powers. And I quite enjoy the dynamic. So the World Mind is chatting to him in his helmet and giving him advice and guidance and stuff like that. A new element to this is that the World Mind needs power, and power costs money. So he's kind of having to hire himself out as a mercenary, which is quite interesting. Art style I'm liking. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. It's got us hooked. I love the cosmic stuff, so I will be picking up this and continuing to read this one. This was shite. So this was Capes by Robert Kirkman. This one totally threw us. I thought this was a new ongoing series in the Invincible universe. Read through it, and it felt really tired and old. Felt like a book from 10-15 years ago. And lo and behold, it was a book from 10-15 years ago, because literally they've just recoloured it and put it back out. The plan for this book is to re-release all of the old material with new colours, and then when it gets to issue 7, it'll continue as a new series with new writing. Didn't like this at all. Didn't like this at all. This was basically, it's like a superhero team that are paid to protect the city. The dialogue felt old. The writing just didn't work. There's a real weird page, which I'm presuming is supposed to be tongue-in-cheek, but it's incredibly sexist. Yeah, just didn't like it. I'll not be reading on, and I'll not particularly be excited to read on when it hits issue 7 and it gets to new material. I think this is a one that should have stayed in the past for me. Everything Dead and Dying, my contender for book of the year. This is just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. If you like your zombies, this is a book to read. Basic premise of this is that a zombie-esque virus has taken over the world, but this one chap is immune for some reason. Well, a number of people are immune, but he's immune. And he's had basically, I don't want to say a breakdown, but basically he's decided he can't go on living without his family. So his husband and his daughter, who are both dead and zombies, he's basically living with, and he's just going about his normal world. He's feeding them, he's feeding the zombie cows and all this kind of stuff, and he's keeping them all ticking along nicely, just living in his house with him. And then it's all kicked off. So people have come and visited, and they've ended up shooting his husband. This issue again is just heart-wrenching. There's some scenes with his daughter which, if you're a father, you just want to burst into tears, I think. And it ends really, really sadly. So yeah, he's living with the zombies, he's living with the town folk who he's not killing. Basically, the premise is, unlike Walking Dead and things like that, is if you keep the zombies well fed, so they haven't got that need for hunger all the time, they just go about the normal lives in kind of a memory, muscle memory kind of way. So they go to their own jobs and they kind of bumble around and stuff because they've not got that drive to eat. And that's because he's feeding them all the time and keeping them going. So yeah, great series, really, really cool book. I recommend you just pick this one up and trade paperback when it comes out. Final Boss by Tyler Kirkman. Bollocks. Just hated this. So I'm sure lots of people will enjoy it. Great art style, I guess. This just didn't do it for me at all. I thought the writing was awful. Basically, the story is about a guy during World War II who finds a mystic island and gets special powers. His son then goes hunting for the island, and then his son is this main character, this final boss character. It's played out very much like a video game, in that he's kind of battling different people in an arena, and if he beats them he gets a power up. It kind of doesn't make any sense. So it feels like it's in a real world kind of setting, and then all of a sudden they're popping heads and slicing people in half with chains and stuff like that. The dialogue's just awful. They tell with every couple of pages that the guy's granddad is found an island and his dad is lost now, hunting for the island, and he's got to go and find him. Then 2 pages later it tells you exactly the same thing, and then it tells you exactly the same thing again. So I don't know. I don't know a lot about Tyler. I know he's an artist, I think. I don't know that I've read much of his work. Maybe he's not a established writer. I don't know. Tell us in the comments if I'm wrong. But this didn't do out for me at all. This, on the other hand, by Simon, was absolutely phenomenal. No Man's Land, issue number 3. This just gets better and better every single issue. This is made for Netflix or a movie. It's basically like a Cold War crime noir kind of thing. Dead body found in between on the ice bridge in between Russia and America, and a Russian agent and an American agent have been dispatched to try and work out what the hell's gone on. Lots of mythology, lots of Bible connotations. Yeah, loving it. I don't want to say much because I don't want to give away what's happening. The artwork is spectacular, as it always is by one man's art. Really intriguing story. Cannot wait to get the next issue and find out what's going on. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We've then got this, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Godzilla. This is an interesting little book. It's kind of set in the animated kind of universe, I would imagine. It feels very old school when you're reading it. Basically, the kaijus are well-known enemies of the Foot Clan, and are coming back to kind of attack. Krang is desperate to try and get a bit of Godzilla's blood, so he's managed to get a hold of this mutagen, can't say it, to create his own version of monsters. We've not had much Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle battling kaijus yet. This issue ends with King Ghidorah in New York, so we'll probably get something next issue. It was colourful, it was fun. Not a one I'll rush to pick up, but it was a decent little read. This is probably the one I'll get in a trade paperback later on so I can read it all in one go and just flick through. Then we've got this. This is Strange Tales issue number 2. Bit of an interesting Marvel book. This tells the story of the Green Goblin getting into Doctor Strange's sanctum and nicking some mystical bits and bobs. And in the meantime, he has a bit of a fight with Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, whatever she's called these days. And he hits her with some prismatic weapon, which makes her invisible. It was all right. I don't think this is written for me. This is more of a younger person comic. I think the art style was nice and cartoony, very vibrant colours. This is probably the one that's easy pick up for the kids out there, I think. So yeah, overall, not bad. I don't know that I'm going to read on, but I'll see. I'll see what the cover of the next one is like. Okie dokie. So there we go. Few books there for you to have a little look-see at. We've got Big Dave back in his original name. Efren, don't get why his family don't attack him. Just explain that. Oh, yep, there you go. I've answered your question, Efren. It's because he's they're all chock-a-block. Terry, Everything Dead and Dying and No Man's Land, definitely my favourite this year, along with Red Shirts. By hundreds a year. Really enjoyed 3 minis. What does that tell me? Yeah, I'm still not read Red Shirts, Terry. I need to get on that one. I desperately need to get on Red Shirts. Again, I don't know, is Red Shirts an ongoing, Terry, or is it a mini-series? Because if it's a mini-series, I'll probably just wait and pick it up as a trade paperback, I think. Okay, let's do a little bit of toys. So again, just to show you off, in this part of the show, I tend to show off some vintage figures. So on this occasion, we're going to show off a couple of interesting ones. This one is from one of my favourite collections. Anybody know what this is from? This is Brad Cooper. The vehicle is called Condor. This is a vintage one. There's a new version of this coming out at the moment. Hopefully I've ordered it, so that should be coming soon by their loyal subjects, I think. If Sorrel's still in the chat, someone tell us who's remaking these vehicles. This is a cracking little toy line. Absolutely love these. These are quite relevant at the moment because this is what's coming into the new Transformers comic book. And I think into the Transformers movie universe. These are from a toy line called Mask, Mobile Armored Strike Command. Yes, command spelled with a K. It's American, isn't it? So great toy line, great figures. All of the figures are these little characters here, and they all have masks which have got different powers and different abilities. So this one could create holograms. So yeah, one of my favorite characters. So the thing about these, why I particularly enjoyed them back in the day, is there's a whole host of different vehicles. I've got loads behind us here. This was always my favorite. So you get a motorbike, and then he flips up, this comes down, and he basically transforms into a heptacopter. There we go. So a helicopter. So they were basically transforming vehicles that were manned by humans, which is why I've always thought there'd be an ideal fit for the Transformers universe. So yeah, some of my favourite little vehicles. I've got a load of them behind us, getting some of the new ones coming soon, but just stunning. If you can pick these up at toy fairs and things like that, really do recommend you get them. Hard to get some of the other ones with all of the bits and bobs, and the little characters are sometimes quite hard to get with the actual masks on as well. But yeah, very cool. So yeah, masks are appearing in Transformers at the moment. So Miles Mayhem, who's the big bad guy, has done a full scan of Optimus Prime, and he's now going to use that scan to create his own vehicles. So I think that will be the start of Venom and the Mask universe in Transformers. Other action figure to show you is this little beast here. This is a Generation 1 original Dinobot Grimlock. I've got all the different bits and bobs that go with him, these swords and all the rest of it. Love my original Transformers. This is one of my favourites. Love the character as well. So yeah, picked this one up a while ago. You still got the hologram on there. Don't know if it still works. And all the rest of it. But yeah, very cool. Very cool. Now, this one's interesting. If you take a look at that, I got this off eBay years and years ago. But if you take a look at it, that's how it was pictured on eBay. And it looks great. I've transformed him a few times, but I'm not going to transform him again. But then when he actually arrived, don't know if you can pick that up on camera. Can you see he's got speckles of white paint all over this side of his body? So just this side of his body, but you can see it there. Little white dots of paint all over the shop. It's on his face, it's on his body, everywhere. Now, I've tried to scratch that off with my fingers and I can't get it off. What do you recommend? Anyone, toy people out there, what do you recommend to try and shift some of that paintwork? Because I just haven't got a bloody clue. I don't know what to use because I don't want to damage the original plastic and all the rest of it. But it is irritating us a little bit. So yeah. Any suggestions, let us know. But I don't want to damage the figure. So any suggestions that that can go on that to kind of clean that up a little bit would be much appreciated. Much appreciated. Okie dokie. So that's a little bit of toy time. Just a bit of a show off session. Show you a few things that I've been picking up recently. I've got a whole host of stuff. I'm going to show you some slides in a minute that many of you will have seen before. But a few things I want to mention. I mentioned this on mine and Andy's show a little while ago. This is the Ice Cream Man Mortal Coil deck. This is really weird. I haven't opened it yet. So Ice Cream Man is a great comic book, which is a kind of what do you call it? Every issue is a different story, horror-based tale. And they've done some really interesting kind of stories before. They've done some interesting work in the book where each page is a different story and stuff. But this is the first time they've done this. This is a deck of cards. So inside here is an actual deck of cards. And each card tells a page of a story. So cannot wait to get in this. I'm going to open it up and do a video about it. Do not shuffle the cards, it says. So yeah, this was going for a ridiculous amount of money. When these first came out, these were around about 12 quid, I think, or 9 quid in Forbidden Planet. You can't get these really for cheaper than 30 quid now. And some of them are up for around about 40, 50 pound, which is just crazy talk. So yeah, pick that up. Really pleased with that. I've also then picked up some artwork. Before I show you that, just show you who is in the chat. Say hello to a few people. Terry's confirming Red Shirts is a mini-series. Thank you, Terry. I will definitely pick that up once it's concluded, I think. Phil, I think Red Coat is ongoing. Deluxe hardcover coming up in February. Yeah, Phil, you're speaking my language. You know I like a nice deluxe hardcover. Might have to pick that up. All the current Trek or mini-series. IDW's license is due for renewal. Okay. I'm still enjoying Last Starship. That's quite good. I've just got Red Coat and Red Shirts mixed up. Easily done. A lot of subjects. Thanks, sir. I thought it was, pal. I thought it was. I'll buy. See, I knew would get you tempted. I knew would get you tempted, Andrew, into buying something. Yeah, crossover and a half, Mask and Transformers. Absolutely. I'd love to see a movie version of that as well, pal. I think that'd be great. We've got Andy. Well, hello there. Nice to see you, Andy. Hope you're doing well, bud. Andy, I've boxed up your book. So I'll send that out probably tomorrow or the next day, bud. Like the title, Everything Dying and Dead, but I don't think I would want to live through a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, I can think of better times, Anton. I can think of better things to do. The masked soldiers trying to capture the old sparks to bring their vehicles to life would be sick. Such a good crossover waiting to happen. I think it's happening, Sorrel. Well, it is. It's happening in the Transformers comics, but I'd love to see it in live action as well. Thank you, Sorrel. Appreciate that. 7 likes. Come on, folks. Hit the like button. Oh, we've got Mr. McGroovy. Nice to see you, pal. Did an interview with Mr. McGroovy on Saturday. So please do go check out his channel, Mr. McGroovy, over on YouTube. He's doing some great comic stuff. So please check that out. I hate the fact I just did what I was told by Super Sorrel. He's got the voice of God. When he speaks, you've got to do it. Efren, gonna take a nap after your show is done. Most people nap during the show, Efren, but thank you, appreciate that, bud. If I hit the like, it encourages him. I try not to. So, how dare you, Andy? How dare you? I prefer Andy and my show. Those cards are supposed to have an excellent story on them. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading them, bud. Alcohol, soap, and water brake fluid, citrus juice. Okay, thank you very much, pal. I'll try those because it's getting on me nerves. The little white specks cannot work out. Yeah. Bless your little old cotton socks. I am very old. I think the chat was talking red shirts. Lots of red confusion. I always want to buy something. The bookshelf behind you is becoming a shopping list. Honestly, if I can recommend anything, because I you read what you want to read. Different people have got different flavors, different tastes, which is the joy of it, I guess. But if you find a book you really like, I cannot recommend these DC Absolute Editions enough. Larger format, nice sturdy books. They are a little bit pricey, but it's just a lovely, indulgent way to read, I have to say. I absolutely love my Absolute Editions. Also, trying to work out which way my finger goes. Can't do it. Can't bend my hand that way. These Invincible. The 3 Invincible books are absolutely spot on as well. Recommend you pick them up if you like the Invincible series. And this is quite nice as well. The Masters of the Universe line. So yeah, some lovely books. Really lovely books. Okay, so yeah, so that was that. I decided, I don't know why, because I haven't got the wall space, but I decided I want to pick up some art that I saw on eBay a little while ago. So this is a chap who I've seen at a convention a long time ago, I think. but I've never bought anything from him. And I noticed he has some stuff on eBay. So, and he kindly signed these. So this is a beautiful image. Anybody that watches my channel will know my favourite cover is Secret Wars. So this is a bit of a Secret Wars homage. Look at that. Beautiful quality paper as well. Really, really nice. Absolutely love that. That's a stunning image of Thor. Absolutely stunning image of Thor. But this one, that one was kind of a bonus buy, really. That's not what I first spotted. What I first spotted were these two beautiful prints. Chap's name, by the way, is Lee Bradley. These beautiful prints that combine everything I love. So we've got this one. So just look at that. Look at that, man. So you got all my favourite cartoons from the 80s there. There's some on there that I would gather many of you might not even recognise. But we've got Dog Tanyan. Forgot about Dog Tanyan. Love Dog Tanyan. Just look at, I mean, the guy's done some incredible work. There's Ulysses. Centurions, if Andy's still in the chat. Bit of Centurions action. Yeah, just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, love that. So pick that one up. And he had also the bad guy version. Oh, so I had to go for that as well. Again, look at that. Just beautiful, beautiful work. So yeah, really, really like these. Like these a lot. So yeah, love that. Love those two. Haven't got a clue where I'm going to put them, but I will be putting them up on the wall somewhere. But now, I know a lot of you have watched my video, but if you'll indulge us for a few minutes, just to mention good old Thought Bubble, we picked up some crackers there. Absolutely crackers. And I'm just going to quickly go through these, because really what I would like you to do is go and check out the main video. But I picked up this from a lovely, lovely guy. This is a watercolour Evil Lyn. I think that's one of my favourites. Paid about 50 quid for that, I think it was. But absolutely stunning. Very sexy. Dave Watcher, who's a stunning bloke, really, really nice guy. He did us these two covers, which I just love. Absolutely love. I'll definitely be getting more from Dave next year as well. I just think his work is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. My good pal Kev picked up this great Chucky homage. Just gave Kev the blank cover and he asked him to do whatever he fancied, so I love that. Kev's a cracking guy. Please go check out his Instagram and get him a commission off him. His prices are ridiculously cheap. Absolutely ridiculously cheap. So go get something from Kev. He does amazing work. This chap is just stunned. Jacob Phillips. That book I was talking about, Everything Dead and Dying, he did his, well, technically two covers, and then I liked them so much I asked him to do as a third one for a friend. So we've got that one of the young daughter, and then we've got these two of the main character and his daughter as well. Absolutely love those. Casey Parsons, lovely guy who got a Thor sketch off him a little while ago. Came to my attention for this great Prezzo cover he did for Ha Ha #1 a good few years back. I've got 2 copies of that graded and love it. Signed by Casey. But he did this Keaton 89 Batman. I think that's one of my favourite things. Love that. And then this vampire, which is just obscene. Absolutely obscene. Love that. Again, a guy who I get something from every single time I go, Gustavo. First picked up his art book maybe 4 years ago. First time I went to Thought Bubble. And then I buy something from him every year. This occasion I got a Marmot and I got a Snarf. Love that. Love them both. Snarf's my favourite. I love Snarf. Sylvia did us this great little Star Trek remark on a Star Trek hardback of Spock. And then she did us these 2 wraparound covers and epitaphs of the Abyss, Gravekeeper, taking the gold tooth out of someone. Worth saying this is all her own work. Basically, I said to her, do us 2 double-page covers, anything you want, horror-based. So I didn't give her any instruction on this. She just cracked on and did these. And I absolutely love them. So that's the Gravekeeper. And then she did this stunning mummy one. Again, the colour work on this is just absolutely amazing. Love that. Love that. And then I got these 2. Not so sure on this one. I can't remember the artist's name. Bit buff, innit? Bit buff. Not seen Mysterio like that before. Again, he's a chunky monkey. So yeah, I'm not sure on that one. But yeah, got that one. And then we've got this Godzilla. £20 I paid for that. £20 I paid for that, which is just insane. Love that Godzilla. Really, really cool. My good pal, Ian Richardson, who's just a stunning chap who comes on with an art show now and then, did us this werewolf. He's got, I can't remember if it's 4 or 3. I can't remember how many covers I sent him. But he's got, I think, at least 4 more Mark Spears Monsters covers for us. And he's going to do a different kind of horror character on each cover. This werewolf is just amazing. Reminds us a little bit of Werewolf, not Werewolf by Night. What's the other one? The one Jameson's son turns into Man Wolf. Looks a little bit like Man Wolf. So yeah, really love that one. Got these ones from Roger. Just again, amazing work by him. 50 quid each of those ones cost us, and I think they're absolutely mind blowing. He also did us this beaker for a friend of mine. So yeah, love that one. And Dave Stokes did us this Ben Grimm, The Thing. Can't remember how much I paid for this one, but again, just a cracker. Absolutely love it. Okie dokie. Let's just see who's in the chat, what people are saying. Sorrel, I just picked up American Vampire DC Compact. Yeah, those compact editions are great. That's how I first read American Vampire Sorrel. Really good series. I think you'll like it. Really, really good little series. I suddenly feel very young. Is that because of the 80s? How dare you? Astro Boy, Count Duckula, so many good ones. Yeah, love a bit of Duckula. Love a bit of Duckula. Me and my missus are sitting watching. She's shouting out random characters on those posters. Good stuff. Good stuff. Scrappy Doo too. Just gave out to me for getting Scrappy Doo wrong. I like the little stamp on the art that Dave Watcher does. Yeah, I love that as well. I've not seen that before, but yeah, really, really like that. The Epitaphs cover is amazeballs. Yeah, I love it. It's superb. This is for everyone in the chat. If I don't get to a con next year, each of you can slap me. Andrew, you've got to come and meet up next year. Shelley and Beth want to do a con meetup next year too. That would be cool. That would be cool. Okay, guys, we're coming to the end of the show, so just a few things to mention. Memberships are still live on the channel. Thank you so much to everybody that is a member. I really do appreciate it. Got a few things coming up over the next few weeks, but first thing I wanted to mention to people is no more shorts. I'm getting a lot of use out of this slide. I'm loving it. So hashtag no more shorts. I've been doing a little bit of research on my channel lately, and I've noticed, those of you that have been around on my channel for a while will know that my channel's never been big. It's not a big hitter like, say, Sorrels or anything like that. But over the last 3-4 years now, I have built up steady viewership, and I got to the point where, on average, my videos were hitting around about 100 to 150 views. Some of them much, much more of that. Popular videos, maybe 500-600 views, which was great. But then over the last month or two, that's dipped massively. And now I'm quite lucky if I get like 30 or 40 on stuff that previously would have gotten 100, 150. And I've had a bit of a look into it, and I think it's down to the shorts. So I've done a bit of research on this. I watched a great video the other day, and basically what it's saying is that short content can damage your channel on the long term, particularly in terms of things like your long form content. You get great uptake on shorts for subs and for engagement and things like that, but what the algorithm sees is a load of subs coming from shorts that don't necessarily then drift onto your longer form videos. The algorithm then thinks, well, if your subscribers aren't even watching your long form videos, who will? So it stops promoting it. So what I've done, much like some other channels, is I've decided that on my main channel I ain't going to do shorts anymore, but I still enjoy doing shorts. So I have set up a separate shorts channel, which is called TripleG Comic Clips. I've got 1 subscriber, me. So I've set that up a couple of days ago, and all of my short form content will go onto that channel now instead of the main channel. And we'll give that a go and see what it does. We'll see if my long form video retention and views starts to increase. Now, what I've been told is that when you do this kind of a swap, it takes a couple of months for it to recover, for the algorithm to recover. So it's not going to happen overnight, but I'll keep a little eye on it and see what it does. So please, as a little plea, please do go and have a little look at TripleG Comic Clips and give that a sub if you'd be so kind. if you're into shorts and stuff like that. I've got a couple of reviews up at the moment. Wicked for Good. Went to see that on Friday. Thursday. We got an advanced screening, sorry. Went to see that on Thursday. Now, I'm not going to slag it off and say it's rubbish, because it's not. It's all right. It's a decent-ish movie. But I had some moans and groans about how fast the second half seemed to happen. I've seen the theatre production, but a good long time ago, and I can't remember if it's the same at the theatre. But a lot of stuff happens in a very short space of time in the second half, and I don't know, it just felt a little bit hollow to me. But lots of people loved it. There was a group of people crying behind me at the end of it, which was like, what the heck? So yeah, if you love it, great, all for you. But please go give it a watch, and go give Wicked for Good a watch at the cinema. Got this coming out later next week. Thundercats Grail video. Picked up a very important book for me, so please check that one out. And I've got this video coming out, which is probably going to ruffle some feathers. This is out live for members at the moment, but this is my experience with a video that over the last few weeks has hit over 100,000 views, and why it's hit 100,000 views. So it's a bit of an interesting one. When I started to do a little bit digging, scratching the surface to try and work out why this video has literally exploded. I think it's the highest viewed video on my channel at the moment. Like I say, I think it's 110 views or something like that. So yeah, did a little video to try and explain what I think happened and why that particular video went nuclear. So well worth a watch, I think. The comic section from this live show we've just done, I'm going to repurpose, and I will put that out as a video. So that'll be coming out soon. If you've already watched the live show, you necessarily don't need to go and watch this one. But there you are. That's that out. Tonight, we are going to go live over on One Good Scare Show at 9 o'clock, I believe. Mr. Keegan is in charge. He's pulling the slides together and all the rest of it. So I'm just turning up for shits and giggles. So live show at 9 o'clock. Please do join. Should be fun. And then on Tuesday, we're back for Panel Breakers as usual. Okie dokie. Thank you very much, guys. That's your whack. Let's just see what people are saying in the chat. If it's a Star Trek con, I'm out. You love it, Andy. You love it. I could just... Andy, you could do a great Captain Picard. I'll get you a top. You just need a pair of black pants. I'll get you a top. And you could do a Jean-Luc. No more shorts, no more giveaways. Shocking, exactly. Channel's gone to shit, Andy. They were just talking earlier, Andy. Terry was telling us, I hadn't noticed this. On Tuesday, when I go live, that'll be my 1,500th video that I put out. That's mental. That's mental. Didn't realise I was putting out that much stuff, but yeah, that's bloody bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. No, Andy, likely to be a Superman one. You like that? Not sure he does. Not sure he does. Not sure I want to see that slide when I can't see you from the waist down. Naked, pal. Naked, like now. Don't worry, I'll do the Trek convention on my own. Hey, I've done a Trek convention. I'd do another Trek convention, Andrew. I'll go to a Trek con. Peter in shorts, yes, please. That's an awesome poster. It is. It's a beaut. It's a beaut. 100,000. Holy shit. Yeah, Joshy, but it's bollocks, mate. It's bollocks. Watch the video when it comes out. It's 100,000 views. Not one comment. Not one thumbs up, I don't think. I got 3 subs from it and made 50 pence. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Well worth watching. 1,500. Good God, get life. How many are on your channel now, Andy? I bet you've got about 2,000, Andy. Surely. Okay, ladies and gents, listen, thank you so much. I do appreciate you spending an hour or so with us. If you're liking this kind of thing, this is, just something I'm doing by myself, obviously. If you like it, thank you very much, and let us know, please. If it's not your cup of tea, let us know as well, and I'll do something else with my time. But I'm enjoying them, so I hope you are as well. But for now, that's your whack. I'll see you at 9 o'clock tonight over on One Good Scare Show, and then back here on Tuesday for another episode of Panel Breakers. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
The curtains close, it's time to go. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Check out my channel for more geeky fun and hip. hit like, subscribe before you run. All that remains is our thanks to you, from Triple G and his YouTube crew. We really do hope you come on back, but for now, that's your whack. Yeah, that's your whack.